Okay, where are we? What are we doing? Well, it's Daisy on the Rock Paper Zombie server. This is my regular server. Kit levels, yeah, pretty damn good. No medical supplies. Yeah, medical supplies, bits and bobs. What am I doing with empty tin cans in my backpack? I have no idea. Obviously, I attempted to drop them at some point. So I'm reasonably well kitted. And I'm north of Bergino, I think, up near the docks. Now, I haven't been making quite as many videos in the last few days. Yeah, definitely up near the docks. And I'm not quite sure why. Took a little bit of break, a few days off. I think possibly I feel a little less confident playing this solo, because Zeds are much worse than they were. Yeah, a little less confident playing solo than playing with a group. Also, this business of you know what to do has been and probably always will be an issue with Daisy once you're well kitted. If you're not going to go down to the south coast and just join in the sort of deathmatch like approach that so many players seem to play the game. As if you're used to my videos, you're used to the fact that I don't consider the game to be a big deathmatch game. I've always played the point of view of the survivor. You know, I've got a hero skin. I don't go around shooting people unless they shoot me first. But most people play this game as if it was deathmatch. Not something I've yikes. Not a way I've ever really enjoyed playing the game. I think if I can keep ahead of these Zeds, I should be okay. But yeah, I've always played this game as a survivor. So let's have a little run through on the docks, see if I can pick up anything interesting. There's always this continuous sort of search and quest for stuff. These doors are the only ones that open quickly and easily. There are Zeds in here, which I would he seems to be a little glitched. Good thing too. Ugh, that was close. Engine parts, more Zeds. Oh, I got tapped. I got tapped and I'm bleeding. Now, is this enough? Yes, it is. There's a little bit of a glitch. The Zeds think, or can't see the docks. Anything that extends out into the water is as if their tracking can't see it. So they don't mess with you. They'll stop before they get to this bit. It's just a little quirk of the system where you've got to get used to the idea that you see now he comes after me, yeah, and they don't come this side of the you see they're stopped now. I do this, yeah, I'm here, I do that, and they get confused. Odd, isn't it? It's just one of the little quirks. Their navigational skills seem to think that the pontoon isn't somewhere they can go. What are you? Yeah, barbed wire. Absolutely useless. Unless they've changed something, of course. As far as I can tell, barbed wire is about as much use as a chocolate chisel because, well, barbed wire doesn't stop zombies. So watch where you run on this one, you're going to end up in the water. Don't think some servers have it set that when you fall into the water you lose all your kit. Some servers have it you don't. I think on this one, last time I checked, you don't lose your kit. So anyway, we'll leave it there till something remotely interesting happens. I don't think it's going to happen though. Right, we just run about a bit, and I'm going to have a look at those blocks of flats. I have a feeling they've changed the loot table a little bit, because the last time I went into one of these, there's bugger all in it. Really don't want to get into a standoff position. It's always been the big issue with these. Oh, let's go over here. Yeah. With these, any building with only one entrance. Any building with one entrance is one entrance and one exit is a nightmare. I mean, over there, can you see? There's a barn. Barns are. Oh, look at those. The zombies are actually inside. Shall I wait for them all to come out? Because you know, you don't want to be going in there with that many zombies. Are there zombies in that one as well? Don't see any zombie movement in the big one. But that little one, they definitely spawned inside and are coming out the front door. Which is a little concerning. Unfortunately, that's a non-enterable church, so there's no loot there. See, they're all coming out of that one, coming down the stairs now. They're now all out of that one. I don't see any in there. Problem is, you see, if I... Oh, Gordon Bennett, I've spawned one already. I wanted to sneak in. I didn't want to have loads of zombies after me. I'm going to try and get that one to lose me before I go in. You see, he's lost interest in me. These guys are spreading out quite nicely now. The weapon I have is a very fine weapon. It has a couple of faults. One is, it's very loud. It's not silenced, it's not reducing power at all. It's the M16. The other problem, it's got the ACOG scope, which is really cool for long range hits. It's absolutely rubbish at close range. And there's a couple of weapons in the game that come from later editions of armour. For instance, the L85, which is the British default military weapon, which comes from BAF, British Armed Forces, is a more sophisticated model, and what it has is it has on the top of the sight, hang on, stand still, it has a red dot sight, and you can swap between the 4x zoom of the ACOG and the red dot, which always gives you the advantage that you can go... Oh, Gordon Bennett. Gives you the advantage of being able to go between the two. I only have one so far. Oh, do you know what? It's not worth it. I am not going to get trapped inside a building, playing on my own, with only one exit. You know, I want to look at the loot that's in there, that I know is in there. But it is just not worth having a horde of 20 zombies when you're solo playing. If I was playing in a group, if I was playing with Pip and Gaddo, not a problem, not an issue. I'd quite happily go in there because I'd be able to call for help. But no, it's not worth it. Not now that the zombies are that vicious. And they are. They are really nastily vicious. So what we want to have a look at? We want to have a look at the football pitch. Come on, put a little tag down. These are things, by the way, you're not going to be able to do in Dayz Plus Standalone, or Dayz Stand Alone. You see, he's caught onto me, little bugger. Let's go through here and hopefully, by the time he gets confused. So in Dayz Standalone, we're going to be missing a lot of features we considered... No, he's still got me. Now we've got this one as well. A lot of things that we considered to be very normal within the Dayz game. I've got a feeling that quite a few hardcore Dayz players will carry on playing the Dayz the mod, because the gameplay will be so very different in Dayz Standalone that the mod no longer represents a good introduction to it. And I think that the mod, the way the community has altered the Dayz mod, different maps, different rule sets, different tables, private hives, you're not going to be able to do any of that in Dayz Standalone. Dayz Standalone, at first at least, no private hives. I mean, it's going to have things like 150-man servers, which is going to be interesting. But yeah, the way the community has mutated and changed the game away from what Rocket Hall had first envisaged as being what he wanted the game to be, that funny little slowdown, that I'm not entirely sure everybody's going to appreciate the standalone. You know, this is the game I like to play. What I'm playing right now, the standalone might not be that. Hello, you. Me ignoring you, you're going straight in the back. Absolutely bugger all. And fast. Ooh, only just. Bugger. So, yeah, what I was saying is, I'm not entirely sure that what we're playing here truly represents how Dayz Standalone will be. And if you're a fan of this, I don't know entirely whether or not... Oh shit. Bugger off. Gordon Bennett, I wanted to kill that bloke. Yeah. I will get a train of thought out completely. Oh shit, there's one in here. This isn't going well. Come on, I want the ammunition that's in that. You know what? It's not worth it. Let's go to the supermarket. So hopefully I haven't rambled on and made my point. You know, my point's been made that the standalone, from what I've seen, looks really exciting. The standalone looks really interesting. The standalone also looks very, very, very different to this. And at which point, I'm not sure the standalone is going to be, if what we're playing here is going to be a true representation of the standalone, because I think the standalone is going to be very, very, very different. I don't mean it's going to be a rubbish game, it's just going to be a different game. And, you know, if you like this, you may not like. Good God, how many have I got on behind me? I'm going to end up having to use the store. Instead of picking stuff up, I'm going to have to use it just as a way of getting rid of them. Little buggers. Hope there's nothing in here interesting. Shotgun, no, no. I want a backpack. Because the backpack I've got is two. Some food and supplies might have been nice. Got rid of all of them. I could do with something to eat and drink. I do like my combat roll, as you can tell. No, I've got one behind me at the moment. I'm going to probably pick up some more as I run across this road. Here we go. Getting a few laggy issues. Don't seem to find much in these style on houses anymore. Not in the way we used to. Hang on. Third person. Can I eat and drink? Let's have a go at eating and drinking. I'm going to have to pick up some tins and stuff in a minute. Yes, put it straight back in my backpack. This is how I end up with crap in my backpack. They do say that the inventory control will be much better with Dayz Standalone. God, I hope they're right. Drop. Have you put that in my backpack? No. Yes. Go for that. So yeah, I mean, there are things like that that are going to be really good. I'm really looking forward to better inventory control. I'm looking forward to a more survival-based gameplay that we're going to see in Dayz Standalone. But you've got to realise that people like me who play Dayz almost entirely as a survival game are fairly rare. Most people play Dayz because they're into the combat. I'm not entirely sure Dayz Standalone is going to be tuned for combat. It's going to be tuned for survival. Let's bring up my pistols a little less loud. Make sure I've nicely left all the Zeds that chased me down there, but we don't want any Zeds up here getting interested in me. I've got a feeling I just heard a roar from one. There we go, we have got one interested. Bugger. You know, I don't do sneaking around terribly well. It's not what I'm good at. Let's go first person. I'm also not good at playing third person. I almost never play third person games. If a game is third person only, I'll probably not play it. So there's loads of games out there that are third person only, and I don't play them because I don't play third person games. And here I am playing this game a lot of the time in third person. Come on, pick them up quickly. Thank you. Let's get out of here. I find my time spending less time looting because, I don't know, you can see more readily what things are. Is this old tent still here? Yeah, it's still there. Bugger all in it. So, because you can now just look at the ground and see what's what, I spend a lot less time, bloody hell, a lot less time looting. And also, because the Zeds are more aggressive, I spend less time looting. So, over to the next supermarket in Delina, I think it is. Delina? Polina? Oh, I can't remember. The town just south of Bergino has a supermarket. And just up over this hill and in the next valley. So look at my map. Bergino, so we're around here somewhere. Polina. There. And on that note, catch up with you in a minute. So here we are overlooking Delina, Polina. God, I better get my names right. In the middle of the town there is a supermarket. Now this server, prior to the big Dayz update, had extra loot spots or extra helicopter crash points. And I think it's one of the things they haven't managed to get back yet, because you could be pretty much guaranteed that within a couple of hundred, or within half a click of Polina, you'd find at least one, possibly two helicopter crash sites on this server, and you don't anymore, which is very annoying. Going back to what I was saying about Dayz Standalone, the information coming out of the team, the Bohemian Interactive team, looks really positive. I was saying that it's going to be more focused on survival, less focused on PvP, and I think that's true. There's going to be more for the survivalists to do. It'll be a bigger game. They're also going to be controlling loot dynamically to alter and to shift gameplay. So I guess if they think there are too many people using military weapons, you're going to find military weapons are going to be hard to find. And they're going to manipulate the community. They've made no bones about this. They're going to be able to dynamically change situations to change the way people are playing, like some big social experiment. So it's going to be a more interesting game, but it is, as I said before, I believe that Dayz Standalone is going to be substantially different to this, to what we're playing. You know, private hives, servers with their own rule sets, and things like that. It's going to be a very different game to what we're playing now. Better? Worse? Who knows? Personal preference on that one. People are going to love it or hate it. I'm amazed I haven't picked up any Zeds yet. I just ran in quite in my normal don't give a monkey's style. But there's going to be lots of extra things like cars. You're going to be able to repair one car by taking parts off another. That cars will become damaged and crumpled. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? So there's going to be a lot more going on. Not necessarily all of it will go down well. So I don't believe servers like this will disappear. I can imagine a lot of people right at the beginning will be big into Dayz Stand Alone. But you see, if the server admins can't make many changes to the way the game plays to make their server unique, I can't imagine many communities wanting to put the effort or the expense of running a server. I mean, if you can't make your server different from everybody else's and make people want to play on yours because your rule set is different, why go to the expense of running a server when you can play on other people's server if the experience is going to be exactly the same on all servers? It's one of the things that's affecting games quite widely, you know, things like Battlefield. Back in the day, Battlefield 2, my clan used to run a server. We would have our... Oh, Chris Parker's around. He's a... Yeah, he shot me. Suppose a better engagement conversation. No, I'm not going to tell him where I am, because he will come hunt me. I don't want to be hunted right now. So I was saying about servers and clans. Servers cost a lot of money. They cost quite a lot of money to run, and these Dayz servers cost an awful lot of money. They are more expensive than you can imagine, because the demands the game puts on the server, all this AI and stuff, Dayz servers aren't cheap, put it that way. So the reason why a group of people may want their own server is partly the bragging rights of having their own server, but it's also to do with wanting to make the game a little more unique for them, to encourage people to join their group. There's also the issue of wanting to ensure that you've always got somewhere to play, so you have the right to kick people out of the server to make space for your friends as they join in. But I think I need a bandage. I used one a little while ago, didn't I? So that's why they go to the expense of running their own server. But as games have changed in the last few years, where the game maker wants everybody to have a predictable and continuous experience across things, you can't make changes. So going to even like things like Call of Duty, you can't make massive changes. The clan I'm in, we used to have a Battlefield 3 server, and we got rid of it. Why? Because we couldn't make changes. The only changes we could do is we could change which maps, but you know, we couldn't have our own rule sets, and it did make life very difficult. There's also no custom content for a lot of these games now, like Call of Duty and Battlefield and, you know, the big mainstream titles. There's no custom stuff. You have to really go back to Call of Duty 4 and World at War in the Call of Duty franchise to be able to have proper custom content, and by that I mean content created by the community. So there's different maps, different game modes, different game styles, people who want to play tactically and things like that. I love the fact there's a tent here. I don't know whose tent it is, but it's normally reasonably well stocked, although we've been sort of chumping through it a bit. Yeah, see, he's got a box of matches in there. Makarov. Couple of backpacks. It's a long way off the south coast for someone to come all this way just to get to it, but it's nice to see. Now, where to go next? Not sure. This, of course, is the problem with Dayz when you're playing solo. Figuring out what you need to do next. So, I think wrapping up on what I've seen about the standalone is it looks interesting. It looks very interesting, and yes, of course I'm going to buy it, and yes, of course I'm going to play it. Question is, will the standalone kill the mod variant of the game, what we're playing at the moment? And my answer to that is, I don't think it will, because unless they open up Dayz Standalone to have private hives where server admins can run their own rule sets, their own custom tables, and alter the game to suit their needs, I can't see them wanting to pay the extra money just to have their name written on a server, because it'll be just like, it'll be uncustomizable. All that I'll be able to do is have it there with their name on. The only advantage of running a Dayz standalone server for a group of people, and it does take a group because they are expensive, is the ability to kick people so you can always get on. But if it's going to be 150-man servers, that's going to... yeah. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Some of the things announced for Dayz Standalone look very interesting. The Survivor metagame is going to be a lot more interesting. It's going to be more exciting, or more interesting at least, to be a survivor. And that's good for guys like me, who play as a survivor in this. But all the guys who just want to shoot Bambis on the beach, not sure they're going to enjoy it as much. They'll probably enjoy what we're playing now more. And will clans and groups of people want to pay for a Dayz standalone server when they get no real benefit beyond being able to put their name on the front door as you go in? Because all the servers are going to be the same. All the servers are going to offer the same things, and your playing experience is going to be the same across all servers, at least at the beginning. So that's my thoughts on the subject. I'll leave it there for the time being. I started this video not sure what I was going to do. I started this video quite a long way away. I started it up here somewhere. Had a look around here. Attempted to get into these, but couldn't, because I'm not feeling particularly brave. Had a look at the football pitch. There was bugger all there apart from a couple of things. Had a look at the supermarket here in Bergina. Then went over to the supermarket here in Polina, and I am currently about here. It'd be nice if the little tags would go down immediately. But and we had a just general little mooch about and chat about the various bits and bobs. Again, anyone knows how to get rid of those spangles in the trees, I would really appreciate it. It's do with ATOC, and I can't get rid of them. Can you see that? Probably have to be full screen to see them, but see, they come, they go. Yeah, that spangly tree, don't like it, wish I could get rid of it. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, gentlemen. And I think 7 to 10% of people who watch this are female. Who knew? Thanks very much for watching, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye bye.